Now are Fox Sports NFL analyst Reggie Bush and TJ Houshmandzadeh. Marcellus, I'll start with you. Does Dak give Zeke more leverage than Le'Veon Bell had?
No, not even close. Let's just not even close. Let's just break this down. Let's break this down to the elements. Zeke has no leverage on his own. You can't walk into somebody's office and say, "Hey, I'm on a rookie deal, but I'm great." They're like, "And?" A lot of rookies out here great. Matter of fact, a guy who had his first year starting is the MVP of this league, and no new contract over there. So you can't walk in there just saying that, as Zeke has tried to say. That's why he doesn't have a contract. Now you try to pair him with Dak and say, well, Dak needs me. That's why I have leverage. To the tune of Le'Veon Bell? No. In this fight, he is not selling fear. Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones are trying to play this the nice way, but behind closed doors, they're laughing. You know why? Because you're not Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell was on his second franchise tag. And by the rules, he was allowed to go to the free market if he missed that year. Cost him money, facts. Lost money in the process, but was allowed to become a free agent and got less than the offered deal from Pittsburgh. Ezekiel still has 2 years and 2 franchise tags remaining. I'm going to tell you this again. If you don't play this year, Zeke, and Jerry Jones knows this, you'll roll this over to next year. And that $3 million you're going to get this year is going to be the $3 million you're going to get next year. And if you don't want to play that year, the next year. This will not start until you accrue another season. You're not 1 year removed from the free agency market. So you trying to sell me fair, but I'm not buying it. He has to come back.
He has a hostage, Marcellus.
No, he has to come back before the 10th game.
He got a hostage.
He got Zeke. He got Dak.
If I go, he goes too. That's what he said.
And you know what?
If I go, he goes too.
And Stephen Jones already answered that. He said, we'll play out Dak this year, maybe let him go to the free agency market. He'll be back here with that star on his helmet at a reduced price. There's no fear to sell here. I hate to be the guy that's just sticking to the rules because the spirit in me wants them to get paid right now. But you can't enforce this.
Well, they've already viewed Dak as their franchise quarterback. So by those standards, then they're going to pay him, right? Because they believe, he's the quarterback of the future, right? But to your question, I do believe Dak gives Zeke more leverage because Zeke makes Dak better, not the other way around, right? And so Dak struggled throughout the season. So out of 10 games last year, 3 of those games he threw 0 touchdowns. 7 of those games he threw 1 touchdown, right? So Dak is not a pick you apart kind of quarterback. Pushing the ball down the field is not his area of expertise, right? So much is why they went and got Amari Cooper. I do think it's smart for them to try to pay him right now. Get him signed now early. I don't think Zeke has a ton of leverage because, like you said, to your point, if you hold out this year, you're just going to get that same money next year.
Run it back.
Right? And so him missing games is his only leverage, right? Like him withholding services, that's his only leverage in this play right now.
And Dak not performing without it.
Y'all know he has to come back before week 10 or the season doesn't count. And that's $3 million this
It
year.
only takes a couple of weeks for Dak to be Dak.
Yeah.
And for Dak to go, hey, man, give this man his money.
Let me
I'm out here. My money's getting messed up.
And let me make this point. They got a rookie play caller back there. What if this thing doesn't work out those first couple of games? Because those first 3 games of the season are very winnable games.
But what if it does? Like, Dak Prescott got to be the most disrespected player in the league, bro. By everybody. He gets no respect. If you look at...
You're not giving him any?
No, I'm going to give him some.
How much?
From the perspective of, we all talk about Zeke makes him better. This thing goes hand in hand. If that O-line ain't blocking, Zeke ain't getting nothing. If that O-line is not performing...
We've seen Dak without Zeke, but go ahead.
And last year, what was his record with Ezekiel Elliott before they got Amari Cooper? 3-4. When Amari Cooper got there, Dak Prescott went to work.
But
he went to work.
The offense flows through Zeke. Zeke opens up everything for that pass game.
They were 3-4 before they got Amari Cooper.
Got it.
Dak Prescott was completing 62% of his passes. He went above 70% with Amari Cooper. And so...
I'm going to let you finish, but I want to answer you and Marcel.
How you going to let him finish and you ain't let him finish? I just want to know how that works.
I'll finish later. Go ahead.
I want to get my point in. You know what? Because you know what Dak is?
Oh, okay.
He's that Christmas present you get that requires batteries.
Oh, hell no. That's tomorrow.
And you get on Christmas, and it's like, Mama, you didn't get the batteries. You gotta wait for the
Ezekiel Elliott and Amari Cooper, the batteries.
on the battery. He takes 2 batteries.
Okay.
You gotta have Dak, you gotta have Zeke and Amari.
No.
And again, you take the batteries away, and it
ain't working.
Struggle. And so, to your point, because in the case of Big Ben and Le'Veon Bell, Big Ben can still win games and produce without Le'Veon.
But you
and they
gotta
just
think
replaced him
about
with
this,
James
though.
Conner.
You can plug it in.
That's a bad. That's a bad comparison. Big Ben
is.
because
Thank you.
Big Ben has established himself. Dak Prescott is going into his 4th year.
TJ.
Big Ben was established.
Respond to my point.
And Big Ben has his money
I ran
already.
through the $30 million quarterback.
Yeah.
Name who's Russell Wilson's running back? Thank you.
I'm not. That's one point.
Who's Aaron Rodgers?
No, I can tell you.
Who's Aaron Rodgers running
I can
back?
tell
all of them.
I can tell you Russell Wilson has
is the
Chris
running back
Carson
and the quarterback.
and Rashad Penny. I can tell you the
Guys
run, but
that-
no namers right now.
The $30 million quarterbacks, Matt Ryan has Devontae Freeman, who kind of fell off. But again, Devontae Freeman is fringe,
nice.
top
Nice.
4.
Still
He's
nice.
nice.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get him.
B.
But the $30 million quarterbacks, the ways the system sets up, you don't get Zeke. You don't get Le'Veon Bell.
Right.
You don't get Todd Gurley.
Yeah.
And so when you give this man $30 million, you say he don't need batteries.
But the Cowboys,
This
the
man
Cowboys
needs
have a
batteries.
luxury. You can't fault the Cowboys for drafting well and then
I'm
trading
not
for.
faulting him. I'm saying Dak has to be realistic.
He does.
I need batteries.
Yeah.
And so the games that need batteries cost a little less than the games that don't need
There's
batteries.
how many quarterbacks? And I really like the battery analogy. I love that.
We all been there.
How many quarterbacks don't need batteries? There's
The
a
ones
hand.
that make $30 million?
Not
There's
at
true.
least-
Not true.
The ones that make $30 million.
Okay, and I don't even want to do this, but I'm going to do this. Russell Wilson had batteries. They were just on the other side of the ball.
Okay.
They were on the other side of the ball.
Marshawn Young.
And so he had that one offensive battery,
Yeah.
Marshawn Lynch.
He doesn't need them now. He got Sierra.
And how did that work out?
He got Sierra.
How did that work out?
He don't need them now.
You stop this.
Matt Ryan,
One.
he needs he got batteries.
Well, look, I
on the
know-
outside.
Look, we're all up here opining, but we're not sticking to the facts strictly. Let's be real. Stephen Jones has already said we gave Dak an offer that is top 5 in terms of annual
He's not
value.
even top 5 in his position.
Boom. So that means you have a minimum offer of 32 annually. Dak wants more than
Hey,
that.
you believe that?
Mark,
I don't know if
thank
I
you.
believe that.
Thank
I don't
you.
know if I believe that.
Well, I would push back
If he
I was
offered
Dak.
that, contract should be signed, sealed, delivered.
And I just think there's ways to play with the numbers to say top 5. Is it in guaranteed money?
Yeah, yeah.
Incentives to
Is
be
it in the
earned.
first year, two, blah, blah. There's ways to play with that money.
But he said it for all 3 guys. You don't think one of those guys will push back?
Only one of them is worthy of top 5 money.
We
Thank
get
you.
that, but I'm saying we can't keep going on this. Dak needs to take less when Dak maybe just sitting there
Cowboys are
saying,
making it clear, Marcellus, this man needs to take $28 million. They're making it crystal. And if I'm Zeke, you don't see me until that man, Dak, goes in and says, give this man his money.
Dak got to get his money first before he says anything for somebody else.
That's what doesn't make sense to me. Stephen Jones has been on record and has been very adamant and very transparent about how he feels about this contract negotiation. Why would he stop short now and give us some fluff numbers and cook the books, and then knowing that he could get pushback from the very subjects he's talking about?
Negotiation.
That's my point. So I think he's already given as
If
much
he
as
has
he wants
top
to give.
5 money on the table and he's not signing this, Dak Prescott has bad representation.
Yeah, he tripping.
Period.
Yeah, him and Amari both need to sign
Period.
a contract.
We're going to get to that later in the show.
yeah,
'cause
I'm
I
about
do
to say,
think
that's
he got
what's
bad
up.
advice. All right,
Yeah.
but stick around. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. And be sure to check out more of the best clips from Speak For Yourself, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.